Hey, Read Through the Word. Today is January 10th. My name is Lisa Nance, and today's lesson is called If. Yes, if. Okay, we are in Genesis chapter 28, verses 20 through 22. I think now, last year I taught this section, but I think I did actually the latter. So I think I did Genesis 28:10 through 15 in 2024 on this date. And so today I want to take a look at these two verses. It says, "Then Jacob made this vow." And what I did is I circled the word if on this. If God will indeed be with me and protect me on this journey, and if he will provide me with food and clothing, and if I return safely to my father's home, then the Lord will certainly be my God. And this memorial pillar that I have set up will become a place for worshiping God. And I will present to God 1/10 of everything he gives me. This is like I'm going to try to make a bargain with God. And let's see how this works out. Okay. So, reading. Remember, Jacob's not the hero of the story. The patriarchs are not to be placed upon a pedestal and put up as these moral pillars for us to act like. Because remember, all right, Genesis is historical narrative, which is really why Genesis is pretty easy to read, because it's historical accounts. And so what you see a lot of times there is descriptive. Much of the Old Testament is descriptive, not prescriptive, meaning this is what they did, not saying this is what you should do. The whole multiple wives, all this stuff. Yeah, no, it's just telling us. And God does not run moral commentary in historical narrative. He believes, as he reveals himself to his people, that we will look at these stories and go, oh, that's not right. That doesn't line up with who God says he is. He's not telling us that. He's allowing us to read it and go, oh, see, Jacob was wrong in that. It's not just because it's in there as a descriptive in historical narrative doesn't mean what they did was right, as we have seen with Abraham. And now we're going to see with Jacob. And we're just at the beginning of Jacob's story. So, he's not done much of anything right yet. Jacob has swindled the birthright. He has tricked Isaac for the blessing. Jacob has proven that his name is fitting, because the name Jacob means deceiver. He has proven that, boy, he is a deceiver, and we're not done yet, because the deceiver, we're going to keep watching. The deceiver is going to be deceived next. You're going to see what does it feel like when someone else pulls a trick on you. Okay, so Jacob's next move at this point has to be to continue the family. He's got the birthright. He has the blessing. And now his brother wants him dead. But now that he is seen as the oldest, everything's going to go to him. He has to have children. He needs to get married. And his mom is like, you're not going to bring the daughter-in-laws home like your brother did. They're making our lives miserable. I'm going to send you back home, and you're going to find a wife there. So that's exactly what he does. His mama sends him to find a wife, but not like Esau did. Esau got two wives, which, hold on, 2 wives from the local Canaanites, and it's not going so well at home. And so mama sends him back to where the family is. But as he's going, he stops to sleep for the night. And on the way, he has a dream. Now, I gave a lesson on this day last year on the dream. And we will hit it other times. But today, I want to look at after he wakes up from the dream. Because what we know so far is God had originated the covenant with Abraham. He repeated the covenant with Isaac. And here we see God repeats the blessings of the covenant to Jacob. So future, by the time we get to the time of Moses, that he will be known as the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. God. Yahweh. But at this point, he'd have been the God of Abraham. And he'd been the God of Isaac. But now he's telling Jacob, hey, you're a part of this. And Jacob realizes, oh, God's real. I mean, that's what he says. He realizes God is real. How awesome is this place? And Jacob's not really young. Another lesson, we'll talk about ages of people in this time. But I still think of him I always think of him talking like I'm a child of the 80s. So like a valley girl would talk, oh, how awesome is this place, dude? Like that. That's how he wakes up, go, wow, this is cool. God is real. And if, yes. So Jacob does not, he gets this vision. And actually what he's seeing is what Jesus will be for us. And we see the reversal of the Tower of Babel because we're not man making our way to God. We're God coming down to man. And he sees this big old thing and he's like, God is real. My family's a part of it. I'm going to extend the covenant. Whoa, that's not how he responds. And you go, I need to stop deceiving people. I need to get in line with what God's doing. That's not what he does. He says, if I get safety, then. If I get security, then. If I get provision, then. If God delivers, then. If I get everything, then you can have a 10th God. That's how Jacob responds. But here's the thing. God knew every single bit of this about Jacob. He chose Jacob. He knew every bit of it. But Jacob's story is not done. We will see Jacob come back to this place again, and a lot will have happened to Jacob by that point. So he will return to Bethel. But this point in Jacob's life, we're not seeing that. But here's the thing. God's not done with Jacob's story. And here's what we need to remember. God knows everything about you. God knows everything about me. He knows the depths of my sin. He knows the darkness where I would be without him. But he chose me. I have a part in the story. But here's what I hold on to every morning when I wake up. My story's not done. He's not done with me. And he's not done with your story yet. No matter what has happened in your life. What has happened to you. What you have done. God is not done with your story. He knows it all. Yet he loves you. He sent Jesus to die for you. You are forgiven. You are a child of God if you are in Christ. And he is not done with your story. I am thankful for that. We'll see you next time on Read Through the Word.